It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And up next, we'll see Mike Williams.
He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Jets and the Bengals, next on EA Sports.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself.
Here's Thomas Morstead out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And they steal it back on the return. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. So never mind about who's receiving to start this game, Brock. Got ourselves a change of possession already, and this crowd is loving it.
And the first offense they'll see take the field is the home team, which is practically sprinting out there to take advantage and keep this crowd humming.
They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down. They go right back to Hall. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
Ooh, it put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll run for it with Hall. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Jets take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Breece Hall with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Right to the air, Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we have a member of the Jets hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to take a look at him. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Burrow out of the shotgun. Has a man, it's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they get this down to the 28. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. This finds all, complete. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the option, here's Moss. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. 2nd and 8. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Moss. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They look to run with Moss. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. Zach Moss, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Travis to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time, and it'll be Bengals football. The Bengals all set to go for their 2nd drive. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Bengals.
Burrow setting to throw. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Jets out to begin another drive. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Hall once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
Here's Travis. Complete beyond the marker. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. He still has room inside the 30. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. They get 28 out of that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him.
Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Point after converted by Zerline. And the Jets take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Moore with a return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Starting the drive with a give to Moss. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
From the 37. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's a gain of
Football
10.
on that 47-yard line, first down.
Cincinnati.
Burrow setting up the play action. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Play action now, Burrow. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D-tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass, too, and that D-tackle just got it done.
Now on 4th down, it's Trenton Gill out to kick it away. Xavier Gibson on to return for the Jets. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. Now here comes the New York offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll start this one out with Hall. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Tackled back at the 33-yard
Well, he
line.
was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. That's caught. He finds Alan Lazard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Into the hands of Conklin. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll have it 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Hall. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag, and that's going to bring out 4th down.
Jets field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Moss. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We're paused now as trainers come out to work on an injured player. And this is certainly noteworthy because that is Jamar Chase who's hurt. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Moss with another carry. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
That's into the hands of Moore. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the 42. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Now Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That's a pickup of 9. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. To throw again, it's Burrow. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. 6. So the Jets disagreeing with the call on the field, and yep, they're going to have them take another look at it. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Moss gets it from the gun. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
False start.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Throwing is Burrow. That's going to be caught by all. And this one does not go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Right side cut by Higgins. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackled on the play by Puna Ford. 5 DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. Burrow from the gun. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag, and that's going to bring out 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Back to throw, Travis. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. Jukes one defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
First and 10 at the 41-yard
Play
line.
action on first down. Able to find Corley. Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. From the red zone now. Warren's got it, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
2 yards on the pickup.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to first and goal.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets take a 13-point lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets double their lead to 14.
Bengals 10.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Jones. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals and T. Higgins back in possession here. And we see that to this point, he's leading the NFL in touchdown receptions as we work through November and into our final month plus of play. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Pass taken in by Burton. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Stays in the pocket, and he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Burrow out of the shotgun. Cut by Burton. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Burton there to bring it in. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Options are open here. It's second and inches. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment defense.
So keep that second and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion. Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag. That's going to bring out 4th down.
A 43-yard attempt.
Butker knocks it through, and that'll get him back to 11.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
The gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Hall. Still finding room past the 45. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Travis setting up to throw. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Bengals still out there and being looked at now. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Hall running between the tackles. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets with a chance to add to their lead. Here we go, 2nd and 9. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Now Travis. That's incomplete left side.
Intended for Mike Williams.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Bass's kick is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
On the return, here's Jones. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Hits him on the out route.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
From the 48. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw again, it's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 31. That's Gesicki, he's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. First down, Burrow to throw. It's inside the 10. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Offense up to the line fast. Forced out to his right. And he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Rolled the dice for more, and they're going to end this first half empty-handed as a result.
Bengals 13.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. James Cook, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. From there, we take the trip across Lake Erie to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Jared Goff, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Patrick Mahomes, excellent in the victory as his guys push their record up to 8-3 on the year. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks
Here's McPherson
yet
on the
to
handle
come.
the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jets and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. This is Hall. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Running it after the penalty. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Call it 2 yards that time. Now just a few to go on 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. The give on second to Hall. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go right back to Hall. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. This time it's a passing play. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Travis looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
That sure ended up being worst case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideout. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. Moss with a run to start this third quarter. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Second down now, 7 to go. Right back to Moss now. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. Burrow from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running out of the gun with Moss. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 37. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Gets it to him on the screen. Don't think he's going to get much, if any, as he heads out of bounds right near the line. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Jets returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. On first down, here comes Hall. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. In on the tackle was Jonathan Cooper. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Hall once more. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Running this with Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Down at the 30-yard
Another run is stopped short, just 2 on that pickup, and now it's 4th and 1.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Burrow out of the shotgun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Now Burrow. That's caught for the 1st. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
It's a gain of 6.
That one ends up a gain of 6. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Burrow. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So now it's 2nd and long. Burrow setting up the play action. Completes it to his running back, Zach Moss.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. That throw finds Conklin. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6. At the
Throwing from the gun here. Into the hands of Conklin. And he gets him around 6 there. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Travis. Able to find Corley. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
From the 28. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Travis. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Hall. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Travis setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Travis to throw. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. First carry here for Braylon Allen. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here we go, 2nd and very long. He'll get this complete to Lazard. And they get this down to the 28. Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming.
3rd down and 9.
And he could have a free play here. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Offside. Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Third and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
On the tackle. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Hall. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built themselves up a little buffer here, Kate, but it's never over till it's over.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And not only has he reached the century mark in receptions this season, but it's good enough to sit him among the league's leaders in that category. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Burrow. He's on the move. He can run it. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Throwing is Burrow. That's complete. Here's Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Football on that 47-yard line. First down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Burrow from the gun. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 45-yard line.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Completed to his running back. And he touched him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Bengals.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Play action now. Burrow. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They'll start this series with an option left. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Brings up second and 10. At the 20.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing here, Travis. Complete beyond the marker. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Travis looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. He's running with it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Hall running between the tackles. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to bring him down at the 39-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. They left him wide open. It's complete. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. From the red zone now. He's got it! And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Hall's gonna try to smash his way in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jets have likely locked up the win right there. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Point after converted by Zerline. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Brown with a return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. On 1st down, here's Burrow. He'll get this one to Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 48. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Burton there to bring it in. Running in the red zone. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
The throw is caught. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Trying to run for this with Moss. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. The back's got it. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. All right, Brock, take me inside the helmet of a quarterback here. As you're laying there after taking that hit, are you asking your linemen? Are you listening to the crowd? What are you doing to find out if you made the connection?
Yes and yes and yes to all of that. You're listening to the crowd. That's kind of your first indicator as you're laying there. That roar, what is it? Is it a touchdown? Is it a pick? And then your buddies let you know right away as they pick you off the ground, and that is a hit you will take for 6 every time.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
And the Jets are able to recover the kick.
Onside kick.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go right back to Hall. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. The give on 2nd to Hall. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Hall. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Travis. On the move, headed right. Avoid. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And now the Bengals have it. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
He can't hang on to the pass. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback? Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the win goes to the Jets. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.